stop. You're crazy with the heat. Credit is no good to a notion salesman.
What?
Why not? What's the matter with credit? Why, it's old-fashioned. Charlie, you're an anvil salesman. Your firm give credit?
No, sir.
Ha! Nor anybody else.
River City. River City, next.
Cash for the merchandise. Cash for the button hooks.
Cash for the cotton goods. Cash for the hard goods. Cash for the soft goods.
Cash for the fancy goods.
Cash for the noggins and the pagans and the firkins. Cash for the hogshead, cask and demijohn. Cash for the crackers and the pickles and the fly fish.
Look, what do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
What are you getting?
What do you talk?
You can talk, you can bicker. You can talk, you can bicker. You can talk, bicker, bicker. You can talk all you want to, but it's different than it was.
No, it ain't. But you got to know the territory.
Well, it's Model T Ford, baby. People want to go, want to get up. Look, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 22, 23 miles to the county seat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Who's going to patronize an itty-bitty 2x4 kind of store anymore?
What are you talking? What are you talking?
Not the Model T at all. Take the gander at the store, at the modern store, at the present day store, at the present day modern department, a lot of grocery store. What do you talk? 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 What do you get? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? Where do you get it?
You can talk, you can bicker. You can talk, you can bicker. You can talk, bicker. You can talk all you want to, but it's different than it was.
No, it ain't. But you got to know the territory.
Why, it's the you need a biscuit for the trouble. You need to put the packet on a package in a packet. You need a biscuit of an airtight sanitary packet made to Cracker Barrel. Obsolete.
Cracker Barrel went out the window. The nail pouch press blood charmed by the stove. Changed the approach of the traveling salesman. Made it pretty hard. No, it didn't. But you got to know the territory.
Gone.
Gone with our milk pail, gone with the top and the pail and the tears. Ever meet a fellow by the name of Hill?
Just a minute. Never heard of any salesman Hill.
Now, he doesn't know the territory.
Doesn't know the territory.
What's the fellow's mind?
Never worry about his line.
Never worried about his line.
Or the Cracker Barrel being obsolete. Only you need a biscuit in an airtight sanitary. Never worry about his line.
No worries about mine.
Or a doggone thing. He's just a bang-beat, bell-ring, big haul, great coat, knicker-knucker, rip-roaring, every kind of...
What's his line? He's a fake and he doesn't know the territory. What do you talk?
He's a music man.
It's a what?
He's a music man, and he sells clarinets to the kids in the town with the big trombones and the rat-a-tat drums. Big brass bass. And the piccolo uniform too, with shiny gold braid on the coat and the big red stripe running.
Well, I don't know much about bands, but I do know you can't make a living selling big trombones. No, sir. Mandolin picks, perhaps in here and there a Jew's harp.
No, the fella sells bands, boys' bands. I don't know how he does it, but he lives like a king, and he galleys, and he gathers, and he plucks, and he shines. And when the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But he doesn't know the territory. River City. Just past the state line into Iowa. River City, population 2,212. Cigarette, illegal in this state. All right, if you're all through, I'll tell you about Harold Hill.
Hey, you really know Harold Hill?
Never seen him in my life, but I know this much. He's given every one of us a black eye. The next salesman to arrive town gets automatically tarred and feathered and rode out to the city limits on a rail. You think it's funny? Wait till it happens to you.
But why would he get rode out on a rail?
Because in order to sell band instruments and uniforms and instruction books, he's got a guarantee to teach them kids how to play. Well, and to form them kids into a band with himself as a leader?
Well, what's so hard about that?
He don't know one note from another. That's what's wrong with that. And he can't tell a bass drum from a pipe organ. I'll catch up with that swindling two-bit thimble rigger, and when I do, I'll squeal on him so loud.
Wow, Charlie, you're really mad. I'd like to be there when you catch up with that fella.
Well, it won't be on this trip, not in Iowa. Yeah. Even the great Professor Hill wouldn't try to sell them neck-bowed Hawkeyes out here.
What? Gentlemen, you intrigue me. I think I'll have to give Iowa a try.
I don't believe I caught your name.
I don't believe I dropped it.
you want to go around in your drawers all day.
And there I was in the Madison Hospital, and nobody come to see me. Cousin Will never come. Aunt Bertha never come.
Your Aunt Bertha's dead.
Well, she wouldn't have come anyway.
Bleeding cold as a falling thermometer in December. If you ask about the weather in July, and we're so fine, catastrophically content, touching noses for a week at a time, and never see eye to eye. What will give you our shirts and the rags to go with it? If your love should happen to run. What the heck? You're welcome. Glad to have you with us. Even though we may not ever mention it again, you really ought to give Iowa, hot night Iowa, Dubuque, Des Moines, Denver, much more to give Iowa, much more.
Mr. Squires, yes, I'm interested in hiring a rig for Sunday, if you can accommodate me.
Then I expect you ought to see the man in charge of hiring rigs. It's late as usual.
Gregory! Marcellus!
You old son of a gun, what?
Professor Hill's the name. Harold Hill.
But, Gregory, what are you doing here? Why'd you let me know you was coming?
I didn't know I was coming myself. Besides, how did I know you'd end up in a little tank town like this? You're a pretty big slicker when you're in business with me.
Yeah, too many close shaves the way you operate. Besides, I got me a nice, comfortable girl, Ethel Poffelmeyer, the boss's niece.
Gone legitimate, huh? Well, I knew you'd come to no good.
So, what's the new pitch? You're not back in the band business. What? I heard you was in steam automobiles.
I was.
So what happened?
Somebody actually invented one.
No.
Yep. Now give me the lowdown here, Mars.
Oh, you'll never get anywhere in the band business with these stubborn Iowans, Greg. Besides, we got a stuck-up music teacher here who'll expose you before you get your grip unpacked.
Male or female?
The music teacher, she's the librarian. Female.
Perfect. That's just what I wanted to hear. Now, if she happens to come by, point her out to me.
I will. And how you going to start the pitch?
Oh, same old way. Keep that music teacher off balance. Then my next step will be get River City out of the terrible trouble it's in.
But, River City isn't in any trouble.
Oh, then I'll have to create some. I have to create a desperate need for a boys' band. You remember. Now, what's new around here? What can I use?
Nothing. Except that the billiard parlor just put in a new pool table.
You mean to tell me they've never seen a pool table before?
Nope, only billiards.
That'll do. See you later, Mars, and remember now, music teacher.
Music teacher.
Are you Mr. Dunlop?
Yep.
Well, either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to know, but you're not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, say trouble right here in River City. Well, show of these players. Certainly mighty hard to say, always mighty hard to say. I consider that the apples I spent with the Q in my hand are golden. Help to cultivate horses in a cool head and keen eye. Did you ever take and try to keep an ironclad lead to yourself with a 3-rail billiard shot? Well, just as I say, it takes judgment, brain, maturity, and score in a plot-line game. I say that each move can take and shove a ball in a coffin. All that slop, first being depth of moon, the depth of day, the day of the first medicinal wine from teaspoon, then beer from a bottle. And the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a pinchback suit. And listen to some big out-of-town Jasper here tell about horse race gambling. Not a wholesome trot race, no, but a race where they set down right on the horse. I'd like to see some stuck-up jockey boys sitting on Dan Patch, making blood boil, well, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets on the table. Pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum with a capital B and that rhymes with P and that stands for fool. And all week long, your inner city youth will be frittering away as they yo-yo men will be frittering. Frittering away there, noon time, supper time, short time too. They fall in the pockets, never mind getting in by the with the street door patting with the beefsteak pounding. Never mind pumping any water till your parents are caught with a cistern empty on a Saturday night and that's trouble. Yes, you got lots and lots of trouble. Thinking of the kids in the knickerbockers, shirt-tail young ones, peeking in the pool all winter after school, you got trouble. Folks right here in River City, trouble with the capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. Now I know all you folks are the right kind of parents. I'm gonna be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on while they're looking around that? And have tailor-mades like cigarette thieves and bragging all about how we're gonna cover up a telltale breath with Stetson. One fine night, libertine men and scarlet women, your daughter in the arms of the jungle, animal instinct, mass hysteria. Friends, the idle brains, the devil's playground, trouble.
Oh, we got trouble.
Right here in River City.
Right here in River City.
Capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool.
That stands for pool.
We surely got trouble.
We surely got trouble.
Right here in River City.
Right here.
Gotta figure out a way to keep the young ones moral after school.
Our children gonna have trouble.
Mothers in River City, heed this warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The minute your son leaves the house, does he rebuckle his knickerbockers below the knee? Is there a nicotine stain on his index finger? A dime novel hidden in the corn crib? Is he starting to memorize jokes from Cap Billy's whiz bang? Are certain words creeping into his conversation? Words like swell. I told you, old man. I'm gonna sow my friends. You got trouble. Right here in River City.
Right here in River City.
Capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool.
That stands for pool.
We surely got trouble.
We surely got trouble.
Right here in River City.
Right here.
Remember the Maine, Plymouth Rock, and the Golden Rule.
Our children gonna have trouble.
Oh, we got trouble. We're in terrible, terrible trouble. That game with the 15 numbered balls and the devil's tool.
Devil's tool.
Yes, we got trouble, trouble, trouble.
We got trouble here in our big trouble.
With T.
Capital T.
Rhyme with me.
That rhymes with me.
Stand for pool.
That stands for pool. Did you drop your...
No.
Haven't I let you in?
No.
Have you ever been to Gary?
No.
Could I help you with your books?
No.
I'll only be in town a short while.
Good.
That's you, Doctor? Hello, Mama. Fine, dear. Now your exercises.
Yes, Mom.
I don't remember the library being open the last 4th of July.
It was, Mama, all evening. Mama, a man with a suitcase has been following me all over town.
Oh, who?
I never saw him before.
Did he say anything?
He tried.
Did you say anything?
Mama, of course not. Now don't dawdle, Amaryllis. Play your exercises. As nice and high as you possibly can. Don't get faster, dear.
If you don't mind my asking, it wouldn't have hurt you to find out what the gentleman wanted.
I know what the gentleman wanted.
What, dear?
You'll find it in Balzac.
Excuse me for living, but I never read it.
Neither has anyone else in this town.
There you go again with the same old comment about the low mentality of River City people and taking it all too much to heart.
Now, Mama, as long as the Madison Public Library was entrusted to me for the purpose of improving River City's cultural level, I can't help my concern that the ladies of River City keep ignoring all my counsel and advice.
But, darling, when a woman has a husband and you've got none, why should she take advice from you? Even if you can't quote all the time at Shakespeare and all the other highfalutin great.
Mama, if you don't mind me saying so, you have a bad habit of changing every subject.
No, I haven't changed the subject. I was talking about the stranger.
What stranger?
With the suitcase may be a very large chance.
Mama, do you think that I'd allow a common matter? Now, really, Mama, I have my standards where men are concerned, and I have no intention.
I know all about your standards, and if you don't mind my saying so, the start the man alive who could hope to make it up to that blessed Paul by his name has enough. And you like it full of hope.
Well, if that isn't the best I ever heard. Thank you. Could I have a drink, please? May I? May I have a drink, please? You may.
Is that the way to walk into the house?
Hello.
Oh, that won't do at all. I'll have a kiss from my boy. There is your sister, young man.
Hello, Winthrop.
Winthrop, where's your manners?
I'm having a party on Saturday. Would you please come? I would like it especially if you would come, Winthrop.
Well, Winthrop, where aren't you?
No.
No what?
No name.
Oh, Winthrop, you know the little girl's name.
He won't say Amaryllis because of the S, because of his lisp. He's ashamed.
We know all about his lisp, Amaryllis. Well,
Thank you, Amaryllis. Amaryllis! Amaryllis! He's crying. Why does he have to get so mad at people? Just because of his lisp? It's not just because he lisps, Amaryllis. That's just part of it. Well, what's the other part? Never mind, dear. It's just that he never talks very much. Not even to you or your mother? Not even to us. We all have to be a little patient. I'm patient, even though he doesn't ever talk to me, but I do him every night. I say goodnight to him on the Evening Star. You have to do it the very second you see it, too, or it doesn't count. Good night, my Winthrop. Good night. Sleep tight. Dear darling, don't cry. You have plenty of time. If not Winthrop, there'll be someone else. Never! I'll end up an old man just like you. Sorry, Miss Myriad. Can I play my crosshand piece? May I? May I play my crosshand piece? You may. See? Without a sweetheart, you have no one to say goodnight to on the Evening Star. I know, Amaryllis. For the time being, just say goodnight, my someone. You can put the right name in when the right someone comes along. All right. It's better than nothing. Yes, it is. Now you can play your crosshand piece. Now I may play my crosshand piece.
Sweet dreams to carry you close to me. I wish they may, and I wish they might. Now good night, my someone, good night. True love can be whispered from heart to heart. When lovers are parted, they say. But I must depend on a wish and a star, as long as my heart doesn't know who you are. Sweet dreams be yours, dear, if dreams there be. Sweet dreams to carry you close to me. I wish they may, and I wish that my someone, good night, good
I'm sure we're all grateful to my wife, Eulalie Technician, for leading the singing, and to Temple Doppelmayr, our fine square piece lead skills and piano. As mayor of River City, I want to welcome you River Citizens to our 4th of July exercises held here in the indoors at Madison Gymnasium to count the weather. Fourscore! Fourscore and 7. The members of the school board will now present a patriotic tableau. The members of the school board will not present a patriotic tableau. Some disagreement about costumes, I suppose. Instead, the Watanye girls, the Watanye girls of the local Hiawatha will present a spectacle. My wife. In which my wife, Eulalie Technician, will have the leading part.
I will now count to 20.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
Mrs. Shin will recover. No thanks to a certain ruffian who is a disgrace to our city. Fourscore! And the Page fireworks spectacle, last days of Pompeii, will start by 9:30. It'll be at the Madison Picnic Grounds, across the creek from the meadow, up near the pest house.
How can it be raining in the Gazette Predict Fair? It sure did, Ewan. That's why we all prepared for storm.
The Gazette Sacker wasn't time to know it, J.C.
You were just a minute! You wouldn't last long in the banking business. Accurate most of the
Let's have a order here. Order! Order! Order!
Looks like the Ada.
She laid all right.
She's right on time. What's the matter with your words?
Will you members of the school board stop bickering in
All the
public?
world, I said was...
Never mind.
We heard there's a pool table at Just a little order.
Well, is it a pool table or isn't it?
Will you allow me to get on with the exercises?
Never mind the exercise. Let's get this pool table now to center. Protect our children. Resist sitting corruption. Smite that devil and keep that door. Friends, may I have your attention, please? Attention, please. I can deal with this trouble, friends, with a wave of my hand, this very hand. Please observe me, if you will. I'm Professor Harold Hill, and I'm here to organize River City Boys Band. Just think, my friends, how can any pool table ever hope to compete with a gold trombone? Ra-da, ra-da-da-da-da, ra-da-da. Remember, my friends, when a handful of trumpet players did to those famous table walls of Jericho. Oh, billion-pound walls come tumbling down. Well, the band will do it, my friends. Oh, yes, I said boys band, do you hear me? I mean, River City's got to have a boys band, and I mean she needs it today. Well, Professor Harold Hill's on hand. River City's going to have its boys band. And as sure as Lord made little green apples, that band's going to be in uniform. Johnny, Teddy, Willie, Fred. And you'll see the glitter and crashing cymbals. And you'll hear the thunder of rolling drums. And the shimmer of trumpets. Dun-da-da! And you'll feel something akin to electric thrill I once knew. When Gilmore, Liberate, Pat Conway, the great Creator, W.C. Handy, and John Philip Sousa all came to town on that very same historic day. 76 trombones led the big parade, with 110 cornets close at hand. They're followed by rows and rows of the finest virtuosos, the cream of every famous band. 76 trombones met the morning sun, with 110 cornets right behind. They're more than 1,000 rings, stringing up like weeds. They're a horde of every shape and kind. They're a couple of bottoms, the knee and hook platoon, thundering all along the way. Double bell, euphoniums, and big bassoon. Each bassoon gonna have a guitar that say there were 50 mounted cannon in the battery. Thundering louder than before. Clarinets and every side, and trumpeters and every blast, roll up the fire and score.
Trombones in the mountain wide, 110 cornets blazed away.
stop for emergency action. That man is a spellbinder. I haven't seen Iowa citizens get so excited since the night Frank Arch and Strangler Lewis lay on the mat for 3.5 hours without moving a muscle. Never mind. I want that spellbinder's credentials. Grab that hold and just blow up this shit.
Thank you, Professor. Gotta make an example of him. Really, you know, what he does is gang does.
Chili Cloud, let me go.
You wild kid, you hanging around my oldest girl. His father's one of them day laborers south of town. You wild kid, you tagging around my oldest girl last Sunday.
I wasn't either tagging.
Don't you contradict me.
We was just walking together. Chili Cloud.
You watch your phraseology. I know what you was doing, my little Gracie Senior. Now you stay away from my girl, I'll get you till who laid the rails. And you, Hill, I'll talk to you about that band thing Monday morning over at the town hall, 10 o'clock, sharp. I want that spellbinder's credentials.
Constable,
Yes.
Constable, I'll be responsible for the boy.
You know this fella. He's tough. Got his gang waiting outside.
Oh, I'll be careful. Tommy, I want to talk to you about the band.
The band? Gee, Professor, come on, that's for little kids.
Oh, I didn't mean about you playing in the band. Now, you're mechanically minded, aren't you? Did you ever do anything with perpetual motion?
Oh, yeah, I nearly had it a couple times.
You did? Well, you're my man. Did you realize no one's ever invented a music holder for a marching piccolo player? No place to hang the music.
Chili Cloud. Hey, I wonder where I can get some wine from.
Look in your cellar, Tom. Oh, Tommy.
Yes, sir.
Now, Constable, I'll show you how to break up a gang. Young lady, miss, what's your name?
Zanita, I had no idea you was beckoning to me. Thank God.
Do you know Tommy Gillis? Tommy, this is Zanita. Escort the young lady home.
Only excepting I wasn't going home. I was going to the library. Thank God.
Then escort the young lady home by way of the library. By way of the candy kitchen.
Yes, sir. I mean, do I have to?
Oh, you have to.
Yes, sir.
Thank God.
Professor, you're a pretty smart young fellow, but you made a couple of mistakes, though.
Oh?
The mayor happens to own the video power and the new pool table.
Oh. Well, what's my other mistake?
Zanita, she's the mayor's oldest girl.
Just a minute, Professor Hill. We'd like to have your credentials. We're the school board.
Academic certificates. Nothing of the
We
kind.
need letters and papers.
They don't take on a bond.
Gentlemen, what am I hearing? You, sir. Say,
Ice cream.
Ice cream, but I don't sing, young man, if that's what you're talking about.
all right, talk then. But
Down here. Ice cream. Talk slow. Ice cream.
now you right here.
Ice cream.
Now you right here.
Ice cream.
Now you, sir.
Ice cream.
From now on, you'll never see one of those gentlemen without the other three.
Oh, Professor, you're wrong. Why, they've hated each other for 15 years.
Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream.
How can there be any sin insincere? Where is the good in goodbye? Goodbye. Your apprehensions confuse me. Puzzle and mystify, tell me what can be
Oh, you wouldn't happen to live alone or anything? I've got some wonderful caramels up on Professor Hill.
Professor of what? At what college do they give a degree for annoying women in public like a Saturday night rowdy at a public dance hall?
Oh, I wouldn't know anything about that. I'm a conservatory man myself. Gary, Indiana, gold medal class of '05.
Even should that happen to be true, does that give you the right to follow me around wherever I go? And another thing, Mr. Hill, I am not as easily mesmerized or hoodwinked as some of the people in this town, and I think it only fair to warn you that I have a shelf full of reference books in there, which may very well shed some light on you.
Hey, Gregory!
Marcellus, hey, don't call me Greg.
So, how'd you make out with the music teacher?
Oh, scrumptious. She ate out of my hand as soon as I tipped my hat.
She did. Boy, did you cut a swath tonight. For a minute, even I thought you knew something about leading the band. Just like when you used to imitate that band concert fella back in Joplin.
That's kid stuff. I'm in rare form these days. You just keep your eye on me for the next 4 weeks.
4 weeks? It's only take 10 days for the instruments to arrive.
It still does. But it takes 4 weeks for the uniforms.
Oh, no, Greg, you haven't added uniforms.
Uniforms and instruction booklets.
Instruction booklets. But you can't pass yourself off as a music professor. I mean, not for any 4 weeks. I mean, you don't know one note from another.
I've got a revolutionary new method called the Think System. You don't bother with notes.
But in 4 weeks, people will want to hear the music. You will have to lead a band.
When the uniforms arrive, they forget everything else. At least long enough for me to collect and get out of town. This is a refined operation, son. And I've got it timed down to the last wave on the brakeman's hand on the last train out of town. And now, Mr. Washburn, if you'll excuse me.
Oh, you're gonna line yourself up a little canoodling, huh?
Well.
Say, I could fix you up with Ethel's sister, lovely girl. Teaches Sunday school.
No wide-eyed, eager, wholesome, innocent Sunday school teacher for me. That kind of girl spins webs no spider ever. Now listen, boy. Girl who trades on all that purity merely wants to trade my independence for her security. The only affirmative she will buy refers to marching down the aisle. No golden, glorious, gleaming, pristine goddess. No, sir, for no Diana do I play for, and I can tell you that right now. I snarl, I hiss, how can ignorance be compared to bliss? I spark, I fizz, for lady you knows what time it is. I cheer, I rave, for the virtue I'm too late to say. The sadder but wiser girl for me. Breathless baby doll, baby, not no sailor ever knew. Offered to take a chance on more adult romance. No to a young miss who keeps to resist. No wide-eyed, wholesome, innocent female. No, sir, why she's the fisherman, I'm the fish you see. Plot, I flinch, I shy. When the last with the delicate air walks by, I smile, I grin. When the gal with the touches sin walks in, I hope and I pray for Hester to win just one more A. The sadder but wiser girl, the girl for me. The sadder but wiser girl for me.
Oh, Professor Hill, we're on agog, simply agog.
excited about the band?
I'm Ethel Toppelmeyer, the piano
Yes.
And this is Mrs. Squires.
Mrs. Squires.
And this is Mrs. Hicks.
Mrs. Hicks.
And I'm sure you've met Eulalie McKechnie Shin, our mayor's wife.
Oh, Mrs. Shin, my privilege.
Exciting, Eulalie.
Oh, I couldn't say. I could not say at this time. My husband will wish to investigate, I'm sure. And naturally, I'm reticent. Oh, yes. I'm reticent.
Why, of course, Mrs. Shin, I understand completely. But you see, part of my plans includes a committee on the dance, and... Oh, do that again. Your foot, the way you just raised it just now.
Well, I have a bunion there that
Oh, what grace. What natural flow of rhythm. What expression of line and movement.
Mr. Hill!
Oh, Mrs. Shin, you must accept the chairmanship of the Ladies' Auxiliary for the Classic Dance. Oh, mustn't she, ladies?
Oh, yes!
Mrs. Shin, every move you make bespeaks Del Sart. Will you? Oh, will you? Say yes, Mrs. Shin.
Eulalie McKechnie Shin. Well, yes.
That is dancing?
Then you accept?
Yes, indeed. And I would
Thank you.
say...
Now, about the young lady who plays the piano, Marion Peru, I think.
Oh!
Well, after all, she is the librarian.
Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 cheep. Dressed up, what kind of woman doesn't belong on any committee? Of course, I shouldn't tell you this, but she advocates dirty books.
Dirty books!
Chaucer! Rabelais! Balzac!
And the worst thing, of course, I shouldn't tell you this, but...
Commandment on my street, I'll tell. She made brazen overtures to a man who never had a friend in this town till she came here. Oh, Miser Madison.
Miser Madison. Madison Gymnasium. Madison Picnic Park. Madison Hospital. That Miser Madison?
The same. Who did he think he was, anyway?
Well, I should say, the show-off. He gave the town the library too now, didn't he?
That's just it. When he died, he left the library building to the city.
But he left all the books to her.
Oh, she was seen a-going and coming from his place. Oh, yes, that woman made great
I have just what you need up in my hotel room. Why don't you come with me? Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. We're going to leave you now. Farewell, ladies. It's all right. I know everything and it doesn't make any difference.
What are you talking about?
You're probably very young. Anyone can make a mistake.
What?
Oh, no excuses, no explanations, please. I'll only be in town a short while, and the Satterbit Wives a girl for me.
Will you please make your selection and leave?
Oh, I have.
Well, what would you like to take out?
The librarian.
Quiet, please.
The librarian. You're not listening, Marion. Look. Marion. Marbles. 6 steelies, 8 aggies, a dozen peewees, and 1 big glass with an American flag in the middle. I think I'll drop them. Shh. Madam Librarian. What can I do, my dear, to catch your ear? I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marion, heaven help us if the library caught on fire and the volunteer hose brigade men had to whisper the news to Marion. Madam Librarian. What can I say, my dear, to make it clear? I need you badly, badly, Madam Librarian. Marion, if I stumble and I bust you my whatchamacallit, I could lie on your floor unnoticed till my body had turned to carrion. Madam Librarian. Now in the moonlight, a man could sing it. In the moonlight. And a fellow would know that his darling had heard and wrote this song in the moonlight, helping along. But when I try in here to tell you, dear, I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marion, it's a long lost cause I can never win. For the civilized world accepts as unforgivable sin that he talking out loud with any librarian such as Marion. Madam Librarian. Marshmallow, when I try in here to tell you I need you badly, badly, madam librarian. Marion, it's a long lost cause I can never win. The civilized world accepts an unforgivable sin. And he's talking out loud with any librarian. Such as Marion. Ladies' Dance Committee meets Tuesday nights. Marshmallow, Madam Librarian. Well, that's a pretty good morning's work, Tommy. 11 sales out of 12 tries. It's almost noon now. Why don't you get home and get yourself some dinner and let me try a few by myself?
Okay, thanks, Professor Hill.
Thanks, Tommy.
Just a minute. Are you soliciting? You haven't got a license.
Why, no, I collect doorbells, and this one because it's on a building.
Flattery will not avail you. Soliciting is statutory in this county. Malfeasance without a permit. Why haven't you been down to City Hall with your representative?
I must have just missed you. Oh, Mr. Mayor. Oh, no. What's part of your little finger? It's hereditary.
Who it is? What does it mean?
That means that your son's little finger is perfectly situated to operate the spit valve on a B-flat flugelhorn.
Is that good?
Is that good? It means that America has finally produced an artist that can flugel the minute waltz in 50 seconds.
Well, how can I get one of these horns?
Sign here, Mr. Mayor. That'll be $17 import fee.
Just think, I almost...
Yes.
I don't have any son! Why, you unscrupulous fly, you unflightless, you meet on the City Hall by 3 o'clock when you buy more paper.
You mean this afternoon?
I couldn't make myself any plainer as size a Quaker on his day off.
Do you realize, Mrs. Prue, you have all the facial characteristics of a cornet virtuoso?
I don't know if I understand you entirely, Professor.
Well, if your son has that same firm chin and those splendid cheek muscles, by George, whoa, not that he could ever really be great, mind you.
Oh, is that so? And in the name of St. Bridget, why not?
Well, you see, all the really great cornet players in the world were Irish. Oh, Clark, oh, Mendez, oh, Klein.
But Professor, we are Irish.
No, really? Oh, that clinches it. Sign here, Mrs. Prue, your boy was born to play cornet. Yes, that'll be $7 earnest money. Nothing more due to the opening of band practice. Yes. Thank you, thank you. Now, of course, I'll need the boy's measurements for his uniform.
His uniform?
Hello there, son. Why, certainly his uniform. And there won't be a penny due till delivery, which gives him 4 weeks to anticipate, to enjoy, to imagine. Never allow the demands of today to interfere with the joys and excitements of tomorrow.
Would it have,
a stripe. Why, certainly, my boy, a wide red stripe on both sides. Now, what do you think of that?
Oh, Professor, you'll have to excuse Winthrop. He won't say 3 words a day, even to us. And if you can get him to play in that band of yours, you'll have 6 Michaels all the way with you. But if anybody can do it, I'll bet you can. You've got a wee bit of the blarney about you. Be gumby jabbers, where you from, me boy?
Gary, Indiana.
I knew it. Where did you say?
Gary, Indiana. In fact, Gary Conservatory was my alma mater.
Was she now?
Why, yes. Gary, Indiana, gold medal class of '05. Oh, how to do, Miss Peru?
How to do, Mr. Hill?
Peru. I thought the name sounded familiar. I tried to see you since the other day.
Marion, he wants to put Winthrop in the band.
We're not interested, Mama.
Oh, but Marion, the boy might have his father's musical gift. He does have my jaw, you know.
Your husband's musical? Well, I'd like
You
to talk to
bursting
him.
on everyone's home like this, prying into personal affairs. We're not...
Let the boy's father
The
decide.
boy's father is dead. Anything else?
Oh, I am sorry.
A 10-year-old problem child who can't understand why his father was taken away from him. Would you care to explain it to him? And as for your musical tricks, why don't you go into business with some nice carnival man who sells gold-painted watches and glass diamond rings?
Musical tricks? Miss Marion, I hardly think that's something... You know, I think she likes the idea. A little cautious, perhaps, but I admire that in a woman. Now keep me alive, and I'll be back at the end of the week.
Oh, what about Professor Hill? About the boy's measurements? I make all his clothes. Sleeve 21, waist 18, crouch 14.
Thank you, that's all I need. Now I must get back to the hotel.
Oh, Professor Hill, about Marion, you'll have to excuse her. She's really
Oh,
good.
don't worry yourself about it. I'm sure that at heart, she's as lovely as yourself. Good day to you, Widow Peru.
Has he gone?
He has. And I hope not forever. Now, don't you ever think of your future? Gary, Indiana. Conservation class of what? 5. Now, darling.
Now, Mama, surely a girl's future doesn't depend on encouraging every fast-talking salesman who happens to come into town. And the fact that he claims his commodity is music does not, in this case, interest me.
All right, all right. But it's a well-known principle that if you keep the flint in one drawer and the steel in another, you'll never strike much of a fire.
Winthrop? Winthrop, I know you're in there. Darling, I want you to go to the library for me and get the book I asked Miss Grubb to put away. It's the Indiana State Educational Journal, 1890 to 1910. It's a thick brown volume with a black binding.
Do I have to?
You won't have to talk to anyone. I've written it all down. Thank you, dear.
Now, what you up to? What you need books at this hour of the night for?
I have a feeling the Indiana Journal may help me poke some rather large hole in the professor's claims.
Oh, well, I give up. At your age, if you don't mind my asking, what kind of white knight do you expect to come riding along?
Well, I'm not waiting for Luther Grenier, who backs me into the ancient history shelf every time he comes into the library.
He does?
Or Ed Gamage with that buggy of his with the removable back seat. But I'm not waiting for a night-nommer either. My white knight, nor a Lancelot, nor an angel with wings, just someone to love me, who is not ashamed of a few nice things. My white knight, what my heart would say if it only knew home. Please, dear Venus, show me love. All I want is a plain man. All I want is a modest man, a gentleman, a quiet man, a straightforward and honest man to sit with me in a cottage somewhere in the state of Iowa, and I would like him to be more interested in me than he is in himself, and more interested in us than in me. And if occasionally he'd ponder what makes Shakespeare and Beethoven great, him I could love till I die. Him I could love till I die. My white knight, nor a Lancelot, nor an angel
my music holder for a marching piccolo player. Well, it still has a couple of minor flaws, like when you wrap it too tight around your arm, well, it kind of cuts off the circulation. And if you get it too close to your face, well, you could go blind.
Papa!
Is that the first thing I said or not?
Yes, George.
The very first thing, or I'll eat hay with the horses. Morning of July the 12th, 1912, I said, get that spellbinder's credentials. And now look, my wife is dancing up and down at any and all hours instead of in the home.
But George!
The school board is singing up street, down alley, instead of taking care of school business. My oldest girl is boodling around with some wild kid from the wrong side of town. And my business has fallen off so far, I can't find the balance sheet.
Mayor Shin, I found something very interesting in this book about Professor Hill's alma mater.
Is who?
His university.
Oh, I know all about that. It's the only thing I could ever get out of him. Gary Conservatory, class of Art 5.
I don't think you have to look further. Look in the chapter right after metallurgy.
Papa, the Wells Fargo wagon's just coming up to the depot.
I like this story. At this hour of the day, nonsense. The Wells Fargo wagon.
It could be the bandits, Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. Oh, please let it be for me. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. I wish I knew what it could be.
I got a box of maple sugar on my birthday. In March I got a gray Mac and all.
And once I got some grapefruit from Tampa.
Send me a bathtub and a cross.
Oh, the
Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. A pretense of price of COT.
We could encourage it.
Oh, I did.
Or a double boiler.
Yes, it could be. Yes, you're right. It surely could be. Something very, very special now. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. Oh, don't let it pass my door. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. I wish I knew what he was coming for.
And I expect a new American kiss. I hope I get my raisins from Fresno.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming now. I don't know how. I can never wait to see. It could be something for someone who with no relation, but it could be something special just for me. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is
Dare to make the stop until you stop for me.
Ben, the rest of you will receive individual instruction in due course. In the meantime, stay off the streets, get acquainted with your instruments, and most important of all, think about the minuet in G. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da, la-di-da, la-di-da, la-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da, la-di-da, la-di. Tommy, half hour in the minuet in G at least.
Thing you ever saw? Never thought I'd ever see anything so something as this Falco thing. Oh, sister.
Round one for you, Mr. Hill. But I bet he has some guard tooting in those horns in pretty short order, or I'll have you in front of the grand jury or to the county seat. Now, Miss Marion, about that book.
Come, George! Tempest Fusion!
You want your phraseology. Go ahead if you want to. I have to get something from the librarian about that book.
The ladies' dance committee meets Tuesday nights at the gymnasium.
Lovely lady. Lovely. Now turn. Take the body with you. Lovely. Now let's have a go at a Grecian urn. What Grecian urn? Two Grecian urns.
And a fountain.
Splendid lady.
Trickle, trickle, trickle.
Splendid lady. Oh. I predict that a outside display will be the highlight of the ice cream sociable. Now, gentlemen, if you're ready,
And remember, girls, always keep your face to the audience. All right, Mr. Dunlop.
It's you in the sunrise, it's you in my car. It's you all It's your sweet hello, dear, that sets me up. And it's your got to go, dear, that gets me down. It's you on my pillow in all my dreams, till once for the morning breaks through. Words could be saner or truer or later than it's you. It's you. Yes, it's you. Oh, yes, it's
Smile, girls. Smile.
It'll have my head.
Mr. Washburn, we are entitled to 5 more minutes.
Let's get together. Go ahead.
Come on, Mr. Washburn, start her out. Wait till you see the new steps Professor Hill taught.
Look at me.
The Shipoopi.
Now a woman who kicks on the very first date, usually a hustle. And a woman who kicks on the second time out, anything but nothing. But a woman who waits till the third time around, head in the cloud, feet on the ground. She's the girly squatty smile. She's the Shipoopi, Shipoopi, Shipoopi. The girl is hot you can. Shipoopi, Shipoopi, Shipoopi.
But you can win her,
off my daughter!
Papa!
Mr. Senior Honor, why your daughter and I are going out? Behind your back.
Why you?
We'd rather do it in front of you.
Do what? Never mind.
Oh, well, Anita scared of you, but I'm not. I mean, gee, Clyde, I think you'd hate to have your own daughter scared of you.
I'm gonna warn you one more time. If I catch you touching my daughter, I'll horsewhip you till hell won't have it again.
Now, George,
Not one poop out of you, madam.
I think he means hate you. Yeah.
Yes. Now you get out of this public building.
Why, I got as much right in a public building as anybody.
Right? How do you get any right around here, aiding and abetting the swindling activities of that spellbinding symbol salesman? You know what I see written all over your face? Reform school. Now get out of here, you wild kid. Get out.
Papa, please! It's Capulets like you that cause blood in the marketplace. I ain't gods!
You watch your phraseology. Young woman, go home. You lady,
Yes, George,
you tend to your dancing.
But I was only...
Tend to your dancing.
By dancing?
I'll take care of seeing these wild kids on the wrong side of town.
Mr. Mayor, what could just make you understand?
Well, you can't. And by the way, thanks for nothing. I read that book you gave me for 2 weeks, from cover to cover, and I couldn't find a thing.
Mr. Mayor, if you please.
I'll settle your hash as soon as I get these premises off my oldest girl. Yes.
In the meantime, I want you to know I'm vouching for Tommy Gillis. That boy's got the confidence of every kid in town. And you'll be standing in line waiting to shake his hand by the time our band plays its first concert.
By the time your band plays its first concert, the individual members will have to foregather in wheelchairs on account of the broken legs they'll get from tripping over their beards. Now, I'm going to tell you, my fine feather, my full of feather, fine. Never mind, Oliver, J.C., Hewitt, Olin. I want that man's references. I want him tonight. Don't let him out of your sight. He's slippery and a Mississippi sturgeon.
You mean you want us to get his credentials?
Get his papers or get him in jail. Couldn't make myself any plainer as a bellhook in a button water.
Professor Hill, I think Mayor Shins behaved abominably. I think it was wonderful of you coming to Tommy's defense.
Oh, that was nothing.
Yes, it was.
Oh, no, man can't dodge the issue every time a little personal risk is involved. What does the poet say? A coward dies 1,000 deaths. The brave man, only 500. Unfortunately, he's still a little upset about his billiard parlor. Oh, I suppose a recommendation from a musical authority like yourself would help, but... Well, I couldn't ask you to do a thing like that.
Why, Professor Hill,
You would?
I'd be delighted to. I just wish I were a little better informed. I've been meaning to speak to you about Winthrop's cornet.
His cornet has mother-pearl keys and
I'm
a solo...
sure it's fine, but you see, he never touches it. Well, the first few days, he made a few experimental blats, I guess.
Yes, blats, that's it.
And he sings the minuet and gee-da-dee-da-dee almost constantly.
La-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da.
La-dee-da, la-dee-da, la-dee-da. He never touches the cornet.
Well, you see...
You told him it wasn't necessary.
While
He says, he tells me you told him about this think system, that if he thinks the minuet in G, he won't have to bother with the note.
Well...
No, really, Professor.
Now, Miss Marion, the think system is a revolutionary method, I'll admit. But so was Galileo's conception of the heavens, Columbus's conception of the egg, Earth, and Bach's conception of the well-tempered clavichord. Now, I cannot discuss these matters with you here in public, but if you allow me to call... When may I call?
Well, any night this week.
Thank you.
Miss Farrell, we're here to tell you that your kind of woman belongs in our Del Science Committee. You dance like a fairy princess. You have great connivance. You dance like a fairy princess with juicy hair. You have a golden shimmer in your hair and silver shoes. Seems to know that you will bloom and fall if the giving not of given gold here where a woman's heart should be. Fairy princess, moving forward, golden shimmer, silver shoes, now and gold, heart and gold, here
Professor. We got our orders.
Yeah, we've been deputized.
Oh, yes. Congratulations. Well, you know, all this past week I've been trying to give you fellows my references and credentials. But every time you get off the subject somehow. Now, I have just what you need out in my hotel room. Take me a second.
Wait, I'll have to go along with you.
Well, in that case, let me see if I have my key. Oh, what's this? Why, it's a testimonial from Madame Rini, the only female bassoon player ever to appear on the Red Path circuit. Her stage name, of course. Actually, she was from Moline. Lyda Rose Quackenbush.
Could I see that for a minute?
Oh, you'll never forget the name. Same as in the old song, Lyda Rose.
Oh,
Lyda Rose, I'm home again, Rose.
To get the sun back in the sky. Lyda Rose, I'm home again, Rose. About 1,000 kisses, ding dong ding. I can hear the chapel bell chime. Ding dong ding. At the least suggestion, I'll pop the question. Lyda Rose, I'm home again, Rose, without a sweetheart to my name. Lyda Rose, now everyone knows that I am hoping you're the same. So here is my love song, not fancy or fine. Lyda Rose, oh, won't you be mine? Lyda Rose, oh, Lyda Rose, oh, Lyda Rose.
Dream of a love Will you tell him? Won't you tell him? Ah, yes, I know. Ah, fiddlesticks. Just open your mouth and let it come out.
Now, Mama.
Now, nothing. If he comes calling for you, you see him. And you see him alone. And if you haven't got the gumption to tell him how you feel.
Tell him?
Well, there's nothing wrong with a lady like Hint.
Mama,
Winthrop, where you been?
listen.
Fishing?
With Harold.
You mean Professor Hill?
They still have some worms left.
Did you have a good time?
Scrumptious, and he told me all about it someday. And he taught me a song that hardly has any echoes in it. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, let me sing once again. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, that's the sound that you'll be when. If you want to have a lunch that ain't fun. Now I have been on the cell and syncopated. I will say for God I'm on the path and it's there is just one way that's like my name. Gary, Indiana, not Louisiana, there's this young road. Gary, Indiana, my home sweet home. If you'd like to have a lunch that ain't fun. How I have been on the cell and syncopated. I will say for God I'm on the path and ain't fun. There is just one way that's like my name. Gary, Indiana, not Louisiana, there's this young road. Gary, Indiana, my home sweet home. To show I'm rules for my live frog. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da.
Leave the dishes. I'll do them, Mama.
Don't you have to change for the sociable?
There's plenty of time later.
Shins live around here somewhere?
The Shin home is on East Elm. This is West Elm.
Ah, criminy. I see you're the piano teacher in town. You must know about this fella Hill forming a boys' band here.
Yes.
Well, don't let that worry you no more. I got the goods on him in spades. Swindling two-bit thimble rigger. That's why I got to see Shin. I'm just passing through. Number 8 only makes a 15-minute water stop. Wish it were 20. Would like to concentrate. 5 minutes on you, girly girl.
Who are you?
Name's Charlie Cowell, Anvil salesman. Just now I'm out to protect the good name of this traveling fraternity from this swindler.
Mr. Cowell, you're making a big mistake.
Mistake my old lady's corset cover. That fella's been a radical seed my wisdom tooth long enough. He spoiled Illinois for me. He's not gonna spoil Iowa. Say, what kind of music teacher are you? You didn't see through him? He's no more professor.
I know all about that. Band leaders are always called professor. It's a harmless deception. He's a fine director, and
Now, wait a minute. Have you heard one note of music from any band?
no, but
No, but nothing, girly girl. He never formed a band in his life, and he never will.
Mr. Cowell, if you just listen to me for a minute.
I'd like to do more than that if I had the time. I sure got the inclination. But I gotta get back on that train, and I gotta leave this dynamite with somebody on the way to the depot. Bye, girly girl.
You'll never catch that train at the station. You'll have to catch it at the crossing.
No, sir, I got to leave word, and I can see you ain't the one to leave it with.
Mr. Cowell, you don't know me yet.
Is that an invitation?
No, I meant,
Yes,
I don't know
yes,
you.
I need more time anyway.
I mean, as well as I'd like to.
No trouble there, girly girl.
I've never met a man that sells the envelopes before. I mean, that's something, well, quite different.
Takes a rail salesman, I can tell you that. Animals have a limited appeal, you know. What am I doing? I missed that train and I'll lose my job, and I gotta leave word about that fella Hill.
Leave word with me.
Not on your tin type. How do I know you deliver these letters?
Train! There's your train.
Why, you double-tailed little, who do you think you're protecting? That guy's got a girl in every county in Illinois, and he's taking it away from every one of them. That's 102 counties, not counting the piano teachers like you, posted up just to keep their mouths shut. Neither one of you's heard the last of me, girly girl.
to my name. Good evening, Miss Maryland. Wide road now, everyone knows that I'm hoping you're the same. So here's my...
Ben, who was you talking to? Why, Professor
Mrs.
Hill.
Peru, top of the evening, Miss Marion.
Professor Hill, come up and sit. I've got some jelly on the stove.
There's no jelly on the stove, Mama.
Well, I'll put some on.
Well, shall we set as your mother said? Well, you did ask me to call.
Did I? I didn't mean anything.
Now, Miss Marion, I'm not suggesting your invitation inferred anything but academic enlightenment. The think system. I've come by to try to explain it to you a time or two this week, but there always seem to be people around. Mostly ladies, I thought.
Yes, Mrs. Squires and several of the ladies.
I'm glad. Wouldn't want anyone beating my time. You wouldn't? No, ma'am. Well, evidently, this is not the convenient evening. See you later at the sociable.
Professor Hill, is it true that you've had 100? What I'm trying to say...
Yes.
Is it true you've developed a think system?
A what? A think system? Oh, a think system. Why, of course. And it's really very simple. It's as simple as whistling. Now, no one has to show you how to use your lips in whistling. You just think a song up here to have it come out clearly there. Now, you try this before you ask any more questions.
I take your word.
Couldn't we sit down?
Are all music teachers as dense as I am?
All music teachers?
I dare say you meet dozens, even hundreds.
Well,
Have they all been as fascinated with the think system as I have?
Oh, some more, some less. One young lady even thought of the same system before I got to her town. She showed me a few refinements.
Oh, I see.
Have I said something wrong?
Please don't let me keep you, Professor Hill. You must have many more important things to do than to try to explain the think system to me.
Can't think of one.
And I must be very dull company for a man of your experience.
Now, say, where did you get an idea like that?
One hears rumors of traveling salesmen.
Now, Miss Marion, you mustn't believe everything you hear. After all, one even hears rumors about lady librarians.
I suppose you're referring to Uncle Matty.
Uncle Matty?
Mr. Madison, my father's best friend. No matter what they say, he left me an assured job so Mother and Winthrop and I would have some security. Surely you don't
No,
believe...
of course not. But that's just what I'm trying to say. And why do you think people start those rumors?
Jealousy, narrow-mindedness, jealousy mostly, I guess.
And it's jealousy that starts rumors about traveling salesmen. Now, what have you heard?
Oh, nothing about you personally, just, generally.
What have you heard generally?
Well, of course it stands to reason. Well, take you, for example, your attentions to customers and, to music teachers might easily be misinterpreted, mightn't they?
Why?
And suppose suppose another salesman were jealous. I mean, they could be downright lies, couldn't they?
What could?
Rumors and things.
Why, of course.
And it just goes to show you should never believe everything you hear. I mean, if you just discuss
Miss
things...
Marion, I would be delighted to discuss anything in the world with you. But couldn't we do it sitting down? You do sit. Your knees do bend and all.
We could sit on the porch step.
We could also sit in a large hollow log over the footbridge.
I couldn't think of it. I've never been to the footbridge with a man in my life.
Just to talk.
I've, got to change for the sociable.
Then meet me there in 15 minutes.
I just can't, please. Some other time, maybe tomorrow.
My dear little librarian, you pile up enough tomorrows, and you'll find you've collected nothing but a lot of empty yesterdays. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd like to make today worth remembering.
Oh, so would I.
The footbridge. 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Mama! What? I just told Professor Hill I'd meet
Hey, Greg,
What is it, Mars?
the uniforms have arrived. The kids are in them already. Those people are going to be screaming for music. Those kids show up sociable.
Yeah.
Now, here's most of the dough. I got Tommy to collect it. He's trying to keep the kids together at least. Then whole practice up at the lumberyard.
All right, Mars, you better go get the rig.
I got it.
What time does the freight leave?
9:40 from the junction.
Well, it's not even 8:30 yet.
Look, you want to turtle whirl around here and get yourself caught in a bunny trap? Go ahead.
Mars, don't worry about it. I'll meet you back at the hotel in plenty of time. Go get the rig. Miss Marion, you're late.
But you said 15 minutes.
Oh, what I meant is, well, you're I'd say about 26 years late. Took you all this time to get to the footbridge with a fella.
If you want to know the truth, it was almost longer.
Oh?
Halfway here, I nearly turned back. I suppose I'm not the first to find it easier to think clearly when not under the spell of your salesmanship.
Oh, now surely, Miss Marion, you're not suggesting I'm trying to sell you anything.
No, you've given me something.
I don't recall giving.
Oh, but you have. Something beautiful. That's why I decided to come, and I'm glad. Oh, please don't think that I expect anything more. One can't expect a traveling salesman to stay put. I know there have been many ports of call, and there will be many more. But that's no reason for...
Marion,
There were bells on the hill, but I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard them at all till there was you. There were birds in the sky, but I never saw them, never saw them at all till there was you. And there was music, and there were wonderful roses. They tell me it's sweet, fragrant meadows of dawn and dew. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all till there was you. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all till there was you.
Marion, there's a lot about me you don't know, and... Excuse me. I'm expecting a telegram from Hector Berlioz. This might be it. What now?
Who's the salesman around here? Sounds like she's selling it. You're buying.
You nuts. I had to keep her off balance, didn't I? I didn't know I'd be able
Yeah,
to...
well, she's so far off balance now you can't tell her from a catboat in a hurricane.
Listen, Buster Brown, I came up through the ranks in this skirmish, and I'm not resigning without my commission.
But Greg, you're not going to get anywhere out here on the footbridge.
There's a spot over Madison Picnic Park near that sociable makes this footbridge look like an old lady's home. Now beat it. Go get the rig. Oh, never a dull moment in the music business. Now, where were we?
You're about to tell me what I don't know about you.
Oh, we don't have to go into that now, do we?
No, we don't. Or ever for that matter. Harold the librarian hasn't felt much like doing research lately. But she did plenty when you first came.
Oh? About what?
About Professor Harold Hill. Gary Conservatory Gold Medal class of Art 5. Harold, there wasn't a Gary Conservatory in Art 5.
Why, dear
The
Moose?
town wasn't even built till Art 6.
You knew all the time?
Since 3 days after you came. I tore this page out of the Indiana Journal. It was originally intended to use against you. But now I give it to you with all my heart. See you at the sociable.
But Marion, if you knew, why you little... While 110 cornets blaze away, then I modestly took my place in one and only place, and I up and down the square.
Good night, my someone. Good night, my love.
With 110 cornets close at hand.
Our star is shining its brightest light.
There were horses of every shape and sweet dreams, be yours, dear, sweet dreams. There be
While 110 cornets play the air.
I wish I may, and I wish I might. So good night, my someone. Good night.
Greg, this guy's crazy. He's going all over the town, spilling everything.
I'll say I'm crazy. Missed my train, probably lost my job. But I got you now. You'll pay. You'd be in the clink right now, had it been for that piano teacher. I told her all about you, and what did she do? Lilligagged me so I couldn't get the shin. Little dried up man, hungry droxy round here.
Now get out of here before I kill you, you dirty mouth scum.
You bully, you big blow-up. I'll stay in town till you get yours up, down, through and sideways. Why, you never even knew the territory.
Greg, come on. I got your stuff. The rig's in the alley. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up.
You gullible green grass coats! Can't you get it through your head you're being swindled out of your eye teeth? Right now, this minute, there's a burglar in your bedroom while you're fiddling in the parlor. I'm talking about Harold Hill, road agent, highwayman, pickpocket.
Pickpocket?
Same thing. He's had his hand in your pocket, mister, and yours, madam, and yours, little lady, ever since the first moment he came into this town. There's more documented evidence than you'll ever have time to read. There isn't any band, there never has been any band, and there never will be any band. And there won't be any Harold Hill either if we don't hunt him down like a mad dog right now.
Now, do you believe me?
Well, then what are we waiting for? Let's get him!
Bring him to the schoolhouse. You try the low road. You'll go up by the field. You try the this straight. You go up over the mill. You want us to get around over the
I had to talk to you for a minute.
Harold, you don't owe me a word,
Yes,
not
I
a
do.
word,
Frank,
don't you?
Frank,
There he is! No, he's down there!
Winthrop!
Hold on there a minute, son.
And you wouldn't tell the truth anyway.
I would too.
Would not.
Would too. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Can you lead a band?
No.
Are you a big liar?
Yes.
Are you a dirty, rotten crook?
Yes.
Leave me go, you...
What's the matter? You wanted to get the truth? Now, I'm bigger than you, and you're going to get it all, so stop wiggling. Now, there's two things you're entitled to know. One, you're a wonderful kid. I thought so from the first. That's why I wanted you in this band, so you'd quit moping around feeling sorry for yourself.
What band?
I always think there's a band, kid.
What's the other thing I'm entitled to know?
Well, now that I think of it, the other thing's none of your business.
I wish you'd never come to River City.
No, you don't, Winthrop.
Sister, you believe him?
I believe everything he ever said.
But he promised us.
I know what he promised us, and it all happened just like he said. The lights and the flags and the symbols and the colors.
What was all that?
And the way every kid in this town walked around and acted all summer. Especially you. And the parents. Does Mama wish he'd never come to River City?
You don't you?
No, Winthrop. Now go, Harold, please.
Come on, Professor. Hurry up.
I can't go with her.
Why not?
For the first time in my life, I got my foot stuck in the door.
There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all, till there was you.
Wait! There he is! Okay! What? Wait! No! There he is! Wait! Hold him! Hold him!
Which is why I interrupt the program at this point. Rest assured the snake in our bosom would have been misapprehended by this time. Yes. Now I want to assure you, my fellow river citizens, that I did everything in my power to prevent this dire happening from happening. Fire score!
Hey, what have you done to get our money back?
That professor got nearly $300 just today for those uniforms.
We haven't even seen those uniforms yet!
He's slippery. I told you.
I haven't seen the uniforms of my boy either since just after supper.
Fine situation here.
Fire score! Just a moment. Virtue has triumphed. The sword of retribution has struck down Mr. Harold Hill. And if there are those, as I have heard, who are collecting feathers and melting tar, I will not say them nay.
Well, I should think there ought to be some of you who could forget our everlasting Iowa stubborn chip on the shoulder arrogance long enough to remember what River City was like before Harold Hill arrived. Do you remember? Well, do you? Surely some of you ought to be grateful for what he's brought to River City, and if so, I should think you'd want to admit it.
You're wasting a great deal of time here. And if there is anyone here who doesn't think Mr. Hill should be tarred and feathered, let him stand up. Standing there like a podium truck tire shape. Have you the nickel instruction books, high-priced instruments, Have you forgotten the clear understanding and warranty that your children would be taught to play in a band? Well, where's the band? Where's the band?
All right, men, think! Think!
That's Daddy's clarinet!